What's going on, everyone? My name is Patterson. Today we're gonna have a little bit of a discussion video over some of the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire leaks that were kind of leaked today, and some little bit discussion about the stuff included in the leaks and sort of stuff based around the leaks and all that happy stuff. So let's just get right into it. So the main thing that was leaked today is that, contests and stuff. There's a lot of sort of leaked images. There's Pikachu and stuff. No one really cares about that. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. What I want to talk about today is the possibility of the Elite Four members having Mega Evolutions. Now, we already know that the champion, Steven, is going to have a Mega Evolution. We already know that Mega Metagross has been confirmed, and all that's all hype and stuff, and I'm excited for that. Don't get me wrong here. I am excited for that. But the main thing I want to talk about is the possibility of the Elite Four members having Mega Evolutions. And the main reason that I feel they should have Mega Evolutions is if we look back to the Elite Four in Pokemon X and Y, it was very lackluster. It was not very good at all. It was kind of weak. And if you had the EXP share on throughout the entire thing, you'd probably end up at the Elite Four over-leveled for them. So they had 4 Pokemon, which I guess kind of fits the theme of, the Elite Four and stuff, and they really like the number 4 for some reason, and they decided to give all the Elite members 4 Pokemon, and that's fine. I mean, I don't care. I don't really have a big problem with that. It's just the fact that the 4 Pokemon they did have were very underwhelming. They weren't exactly the best thing to go up against. I mean, fucking, they had Alterias, and, Gyarados are cool and stuff, but it wasn't a Mega Gyarados, was it? It's not the biggest challenge you could face, and these people are supposed to be the strongest in the region, some of the strongest in the world, and the fact that they don't have Mega Evolutions was kind of iffy. I mean, they had reduced Pokemon, but no Mega Evolutions, nothing to make it sort of stronger, nothing to make it more threatening than the other Elite Fours, and that really sucked. I didn't really like that. I wasn't a big fan of that. We do know that the champion Diantha had a Mega Evolution, and she is the champion. I mean, that's kind of expected. And of course, we're going to get the champion Steven get a Mega Evolution. I'm repeating myself here a little bit. Sorry about that. But I think the Elite Four should get Mega Evolutions. The main kind of thing I want to talk about is the fact that in the leaks today, we saw Sydney, who is the first Elite Four member, and Phoebe, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Not entirely sure. I'm sorry if I get that wrong. Both those two standing next to Steven, or at least, near Steven, and they had Pokemon next to them. They had portraits of Pokemon next to them. Sydney, here's a Dark-type user. He had Shiftry. Now, this is pretty interesting. Usually, we see Absol as his ace, and Absol is his highest level of Pokemon, and Absol, right now, does have a Mega Evolution. But Shiftry was actually placed next to his little portrait thing. And I was trying to think why that would be. Like, Shiftry is a cool Pokemon. I'm probably looking a bit too deep into this and stuff, but I think that a good reason they could have for putting Shiftry there is if they were to give him a Mega Evolution and give that Mega Evolution to Sydney, it would make sense to, highlight that Pokemon over the other Pokemon he usually has. Like, he usually have a Mightyena, a Crawdaunt, what else do you have? A Cacturne? But the fact they put Shiftry there instead of Absol, and Absol already has a Mega Evolution, so it would make sense to have Absol there, Just have him there, here's fucking Sydney's big, amazing signature Pokemon, Absol, he's got a Mega, maybe we'll see him in the game. That's Shiftry there instead. Now it's kind of odd, so, just keep that in mind, so that was okay. And for Phoebe, they had Dusknoir. Now, we already know in the leaks that they said that we will be getting some new Pokemon in the Hoenn region. That's pretty cool, that's cool and stuff, and I am super excited to see that. And it does make sense that we have Dusknoir instead of Dusclops, because Dusknoir is the highest evolution, even though Dusclops generally in competitive battling is better off with an Eviolite and stuff, but that's not competitive. We're not talking about competitive here. It does make sense that Dusknoir is there, because it is the highest evolution there. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get a Mega Evolution for Dusknoir. That would be cool, because it would highlight Dusknoir a bit more. Dusknoir is probably one of my favorite 4th generation Pokemon. It would be very nice to have a Mega Evolution for it, but I don't necessarily think it does. So these things kind of conflict. The fact that Shiftry's there instead of Absol, but the fact that Dusknoir is there as well kind of conflicts with each other on the fact that one means that we probably aren't going to get Mega Evolutions for them, and one means that we might do, or the fact that Shiftry itself might be getting a Mega Evolution, which would be nice, which would be very nice, don't get me wrong, I would love that. But I guess it's kind of iffy right now. We don't really have much details on this, and this is pretty much going to be a speculation video, and this pretty much is a speculation video. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to leave your opinions. You let me know, do you think the Elite Four members should have Mega Evolutions? I've heard some conflicting opinions on this. Some people said yes, they should have Mega Evolutions. That would be amazing. Make them all all super tough and stuff, make them have better Pokemon, and make them an actual challenge, make them the challenge that they should be at the end of the game. And I've heard other opinions saying that, oh, if we had Mega Evolutions for all the Elite Four members, it would make them oversaturated. We shouldn't give all the Elite Four members Mega Evolutions. And, you know, I respect both opinions, and I'm kind of on the side that I think they should have Mega Evolutions. You leave your opinions in the comments section below. That'd be great. I want to hear some opinions on this, because I think they should. I think that would be an amazing addition to the rosters, and it would definitely make the Elite Four battles a lot more tense, a lot more sort of big and boom and amazing, and I don't know how to describe it, but it would make it a lot more exciting and would make it a lot more intense. I think that it is probably quite a good idea, just in my personal opinion. And if we look to the Mega Evolution Special of Pokemon X and Y, we see that Seabold, even though he didn't have a Mega Evolution in the games, he actually had one in the Mega Evolution Special thing. He had a Mega Blastoise, which actually beat... Oh, sorry, spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen that. You probably should have, you know, known it would have been spoiler, but, you know, while I was saying it. But if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It is very cool, but he had a Mega Blastoise, which took on the main character's Mega Charizard, and actually beat it because he's an Elite Four member, which is what should be happening. You know, they're supposed to be the biggest, toughest badasses in the region. They're supposed to be the epiphany, the absolute pinnacle of the trainers that can be found in that region. They should be the best of the best. And really, I'm kind of thinking, you know, Sydney, he has a Mightyena. It's level 46, it's not that great. He has an Absol, granted, which may also be able to Mega Evolve if we see Mega Evolutions for the 4 members. He has a Shiftry. That's pretty cool as well. He has a Crawdaunt. That's pretty cool, but they're not particularly amazing at the way they've got them right now. I can see on 6th generation, the Crawdaunt becoming a massive threat with, like, Knockoff and Dragon Dance and stuff. I think if they made the Elite Four members actual threats, instead of just giving them sort of generic movesets, then that would be amazing. And I'm not saying they should give them competitive movesets, and I'm not saying they should make them over-leveled, and I'm not saying you should have to grind for days and days and days before you go against the Elite Four. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that if you go into the Elite Four member and into their chambers as the same level as them, you should be able to have a good challenge. Even if you do have Pokemon that are super effective, they should have ways to counter that. Even if you do have Pokemon that are slightly over-leveled, you know, they should be, you know, decently powerful with decent movesets that can counter all the different types, because they are supposed to be the best of the best. And if you are the best of the best, then if you only use one type, then you should know that type inside out. You should know that type inside out, and you should be able to counter, you know, the weaknesses of the type. And we're getting a bit off topic here. I'm supposed to be talking about Mega Evolutions for the Elite Four members, but it's conflicted right now. It's kind of uneasy. It's kind of iffy. We don't really know what's going to happen right now, but hopefully, you know, in the future we'll get some more information on this. That would be great. I would love to see Mega Evolutions for the Elite Four members. I would love to see your own opinions on if there should be Mega Evolutions for the Elite Four members and what Pokemon should Mega Evolve. For example, for Sydney, we already have Absol, like I was saying before, but the possibility for Shiftry to Mega Evolve is also very real. For Phoebe, of course, Dusknoir is a very real possibility. You know, we're already upgrading to a Dusknoir. Why don't we upgrade to a Mega Dusknoir instead? Why don't we get even bigger and badder than before? I don't know. I'm thinking that's a good idea. For, what's her name, Glacia, something, the Ice type user, Mega Walrein maybe? I don't know, maybe, I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't, like, add a whole new sort of plethora of Megas. But at the same time, it would be cool as well. And for Drake, my personal hope is not a Mega Salamence, but a Mega Flygon. I am such a big fan of Flygon. Flygon is my favorite dragon type. I think Flygon's my favorite Hoenn Pokemon. I absolutely love that flying dragon thing. And if it were to get a Mega Evolution, that would absolutely make my day. It would make my world. It would make my game. And I would be absolutely ecstatic for that. And of course, we have Steven at the end with his Mega Metagross, gonna sort of body everything else and just be swaggy while doing it. But let me know your opinions on the subject in the comment section below. If you enjoy this, we could do more speculation videos. I don't know if people are a fan of this. Let me know if you are or if you're not. And make sure to smash that like button, destroy that motherfucker right below this video if you're excited for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, of course. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.